Okay, so I'm going to be talking about bed making tips for children with visual impairments. One of the big things to remember is to make sure your expectations are age appropriate. So your expectations for a 3-year-old and a 13-year-old are going to be very different. For a 3-year-old, you're just going to expect them to throw the pillow on the bed and maybe smooth out their comforter. But a 13-year-old should be able to completely independently make their bed, be able to put the fitted sheet on, the top sheet, and the comforter, and everything should be neat. So just remember that. Another thing that's really important is to make sure you're organized. So one way to do that is you can keep all your matching sheets and pillowcases, keep them inside a pillowcase, so then they're all together when you actually need to make the bed. Another thing is the fitted sheet has a top inseam. So, like this, and it's wider at the top, so that's a good indicator that this end goes at the top. So that's a good thing to remind any of your students. Another thing would be to maybe mark with a safety pin or a button, like a corner on the fitted sheet, because those are super easy to get all tangled up, and it's kind of hard just in general to put a fitted sheet on. Another way to use the button or safety pin is even on the top sheet in the very middle of it. So when you were putting the top sheet on the bed, you're able to have each side even, which just makes things easier. So these are just some tips to remember as you're maybe teaching a child with a visual impairment how to make their bed. This is where you can keep the sheets all in the pillowcase, so you know that they are all matching. This is where you could put a button or a safety pin to make it easier to find the corner of the fitted sheet. This is where you could mark the middle of the sheet so you can make sure both sides are even. Something to keep in mind is that if you have a comforter that has 2 patterns on it, to make sure you know which side is which when you fold it. Remember to teach your students to put the tag side in to the pillowcase first, so it's not sticking out.